Alright, so on part 2, I don't know if I was actually completely clear. What I did was, I was just kind of assuming that if you had Logic, you kind of know how to use it. So when you're in Logic, if you right-click on a MIDI track, you right-click, you go to MIDI, and then you can separate it by pitch. So what you're doing with the drum track is you're taking, some of them will be 9, 10, whatever, it'll have like the snare hits as well as the rim of the snare, different toms. So that's the whole purpose of doing it like that, as opposed to just having a drum mix from a single audio file, because then you're limited. There goes my phone. Anyway, so the whole purpose of that was for flexibility, because you don't want to get stuck with just, alright, here's the drums, this is the loop, blah, blah, blah. It's cool to be, plus if it's in MIDI before you export it as an audio file, you can edit how hard it was hit, and all those old school MIDI things. But anyways, with the same program, GarageBand on your iPad, if you use like the classical guitar or whatever, and say you don't even play an instrument, and you somehow write a song, because that's how computers work these days. You can take like that classical guitar and you can turn it into like random harps and all sorts of whatever. And with the drums, what I did it with the stereo drum set, because the drum set that I loaded it on, it doesn't exist, I don't think, in Logic. So the stereo drum set, if you don't have a bunch of waves plugged in, or whatever, if you don't have 50 grand worth of plugins, then that one sounds decent. And it also, if you were not that good at mixing drums, is a lot easier. But we're going to move on to that. I'm going to do another demo on mixing drums when I demo the Yamaha N12. But yeah, with the drum beat thing, you could actually load any processor you want, whatever you have in your program. So you could, if you're into the ecstasy, techno, raver, whatever crap, if you're into that stuff, you can load a warp processor, make weird noises, or do whatever the hell you want. But I just done it that way. There was no sound in that. I don't know what happened. But anyways, we'll work on that for the next one. But tomorrow I will show you how to mess around with it, and then in Cubase I'm gonna demo the N12 with those drums, and we'll make them sound real. The N12 I like it. Some people, its main thing is it's made for Cubase. It works with everything. Things that accept third-party hardware. It works with them, but it has a Cubase light on it. So when that Cubase light lights up, you can actually, every push her on, every single, 1 through 12, you can monitor back through, like almost as if you had, you can do, if you want to be old school, you can still kind of have that analog feel. I guess that's the best way to put it, but I'll show you that later. But yeah, I just wanted to clarify about the drum loops there, because I don't think I was very clear on it. But it's really simple. If you have any questions, post in the comments, hit me up, I'll help you out. It's pretty easy to do. I also found out while I was making that from the App Store you get Logic Pro for $200 now. Nice. But yeah, we'll see you in the future. Peace.